Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming Testing New Makeup episode number 41. So if you guys are interested in seeing the DD Signature, the classic autumn palette in action, and some other goodies I picked up from Ulta, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing to my channel, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm really excited, you guys. DD Signature is back, and how fun is that? I think I still have a playlist with their older palettes on my channel, so definitely check it out because she is selling some of the older palettes like her fruit skewers and I believe the quads as well. So definitely check that out. I unfortunately did go ahead and declutter most of my DD Signature eyeshadow palettes because I thought the brand was done. And so I just have so little space and I was like, let me just give some of these palettes to friends and family and some of my YouTube friends as well. So I don't actually have, I don't think, any of her palettes anymore, which I would have done differently if I knew they were coming back. I would have definitely held on to them. So unfortunately, we just all have to refer to my old videos on the brand. But I am so excited because they sent me their new palette. This is the Classic Autumn palette, and they had, I believe, a palette called the Classic Neutrals palette, and that palette you guys were so into. I believe this one is like the autumn version of it, and I did swatch this. Oh my gosh, the metallics swatch exactly how I remember this brand to be. Super opaque, super creamy. The mattes are so beautiful. I love the colors they chose. So this is basically fall in a palette for sure. I'm very excited to put this on my eyes, and I believe this retails for $30, which I think is a great price. And if you want to save a little extra, you can use my affiliate code KHMAKEUP. I've always had an affiliate code with DD Signature, so I'm so happy they're back so we can play with more of their makeup. And this is already available. We're going to go ahead and create a classic fall look with this palette. I think I have an idea of what I want to do already. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with that. And I do have some makeup on because I did my base makeup, but we're of course going to apply some blush and highlighter as well. I also cleaned all of my eyeshadow brushes and I organized them so all of my blending brushes are together, all of my applicator brushes are together, and all my Japanese handmade brushes are in a section, so I'm very, very happy with myself. So I'm going to start off with the shade called Beats. It's a beautiful maroon color, and I'm going to put that, of course, on the outer corner. And if you guys are not familiar with this brand, like I said, they've been around before. I can't remember exactly when they closed. I feel like maybe it was during the pandemic. And so I just really didn't think they were going to come back, but they are owned by a woman of color. And so I feel like she really takes the time to create makeup that is going to show up on more melanated skin, which I think is so awesome and much needed, of course, in the beauty community. So look at how beautiful that color is. So easy, so pigmented. I'm just dabbing it and then slightly blending it, but mostly I'm just placing the color right now because I want the outer corner to be nice and rich and red. Next, I'm going to go into this beautiful mustard shade called Pumpkin. It's like the color of my shirt. I decided to put this shirt on purpose because I knew I was going to play with this palette. And I'm just blending that into the Beats shade. That is so pretty. It's really hard for me to find a good mustard. Most mustards, I feel like they turn kind of brown. on me, so I love how pigmented that shade is. Now I'm just gonna leave it because I definitely need to do some work on the outer corner, but I want to use these two shades, Apricot and Figs, on the lid. So let me grab a clean flat brush. I think I'm gonna grab this one from Unearthly, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Apricot, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner, and then I'm gonna use Figs on kind of the outer corner. So I want to give it a little spray. Her eyeshadows are so pigmented. I always remember really loving the metallics from this brand. So I would compare it to brands like SugarDrizzle and It's Belle. Kind of that really beautiful pigmented metallic that just glides on to your lids. How pretty is that? It's so vibrant. I feel like it's a fall leaf just foiling itself onto my eye. And the neutral palette, honestly, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of it. It's so stunning. It has the most beautiful metallics like this, but all neutrals. So if you're a neutral gal, highly recommend that one. And her quads are so beautiful as well. Okay, so I'm just going to flip the brush and grab the shade Figs. Give it a nice spray, and I'm just gonna run that on the outer edge at an angle here and blend it into the shade Apricots. Or my husband says apricots and I say apricots. I don't know. Okay, my accent is so messed up sometimes because I used to like pronounce things the way British people do, and now I've lived in America for so long it's like swapped. But how pretty is that? Okay, I love how that's looking. So I'm actually going to take my brush that I used for the metallics and go into beads, because that's a really perfect brush for laying down a shade as well as blending. It's a little fluffy, so I'm just tapping on that matte. And I'm going to go into that other brush and just pump up the mustard shade just a little bit on the crease. And then I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to go into the shade called Black Tupelo, I believe is how you say it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of black on the outer edge here, just to make it a little bit darker on the edge. Okay, so that is looking really, really nice. I'm just going to throw on some eyeliner, and Smashbox actually sent me a little PR package, and they included this black eyeliner. This is the Always Sharp Waterproof Kohl Liner, and this was actually really nice. So I'm just going to use it again. It does have like a clicker on it, so that's a little bit interesting. I was like completely confused, and I don't know that you can click the eyeliner back in, so you know, beware. But I don't think I've ever tried a like kohl liner from Smashbox, and I'm actually pretty impressed with this one. I've been using the Makeup by Mario one quite a bit, so I thought let me just try this out because they so kindly sent me a few goodies. Okay, so now we can do the lower lash line. And of course, for that, I'm going to reach for my handy dandy Sigma pencil brushes. And I'm going to do basically what I did up top on the bottom. So I'm going to start with the shade Beats, and we're just going to run that on the outer corner of the waterline. And of course, you guys know me, I love to bring that shade into the outer corner of my crease. And I'm going to use Pumpkin really quick and just kind of run that on the inner half of the waterline. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more Beats and just kind of intensify the red. And then I'm going to take the shade Black Tupelo and also just run that on the outer edge just to blend those two shades together. So it's very much how I wanted it to look, very dark and fall and romantic and whatever other words you want to use to describe it. But I really like it. I might throw on a wing liner. We'll see. I've been getting into wing liner lately, but we'll see. We'll see. But now I want to use some blush and highlighter. So I did grab two products that are newer to my collection. I have the Devour Duo from Unearthly. I don't know if you guys saw, but Unearthly is now selling the Devour eyeshadow palette on its own, which is awesome because so many of you commented on my video saying you wish you could just buy the eyeshadow palette. I did not think she was going to launch it on its own because I believe the owner of Unearthly was very committed to offering it as a box set. But hey, you know what? Good for you guys. So this is one of the options. It's got some beautiful blush and highlighter there. Otherwise, I did grab my Beauty and the Beast collab from Sigma because I am obsessed with the shade Beauty Within. It's such a pretty glowy blush. So what should we do? I feel like I'm gonna try and do a little mixy. So let's start with Slay from Unearthly because, you know, color is always fun. And so I'm just gonna put a little bit of that kind of on the edges here. The pigmentation builds up quick with that one. And then I'm going to go into Beauty and the Beast and kind of just bring it on top of the Unearthly. Kind of just making my own shade. And I will say I kind of love the blush in the Beauty and the Beast. So I'm going to use Lumiere, I think, as my highlight today. And that is this shade right here. Just going to plop a little bit of that on the high points. My lips are so chapped from being sick. Like the edge here, it's so bad. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyway, that is the blush and highlighter. Now we have some fun lip products. I did buy these, but listen, Ulta sent me a coupon, okay? So I bought the Tarte Maracuja. This is the Juicy Shift. And I bought it in the shade Clementine because my friend Angie won't stop talking about this. And then I bought two MAC Locked Kiss lipsticks. I bought the shade Renegade because, let's just say that it's a nickname that I use for one of my kids. And then I bought the shade Push because it's a brown. And then we have from Fenty, I got the Truth Fairy because they launched a bunch of nudes in their Velvet Liquid Lipstick collection, and they launched this line with a bunch of like red tones and like mauve tones, and you guys know I'm not really into that. So when I saw they were doing some brown nudes, I was like, yes please. So let's go ahead and try out the Fenty shade because I want to see what the hype is about. I do have a little bit of the Glow Recipe lip balm because I've been trying to like hydrate my lips, but I think I got most of it off. So let's go ahead and try this shade. I'm so excited. Yep, that's my kind of nude. That is such a pretty color. Again, this is Truth Fairy from Fenty, and it definitely feels like one of those like velvety matte liquid lipsticks. So I'm gonna spray my face. I'm gonna throw on some mascara. I don't actually know if I'm gonna do anything with my hair because it's currently wet. I just washed it finally. Finally found some time to clean my hair. So we'll see what I achieve. But yeah, I'm gonna do all those things and I'll be right back to give you guys some of my thoughts on the new makeup I tested out. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? I did end up adding a wing because why not? And yeah, what do you guys think? Leave me a fall leaf emoji if you like this look. Now let's go ahead and talk about the new products that I tried out in this video. So as far as the liquid lip goes, I'm actually really impressed. I love this color. I don't really try a lot of liquid lipstick formulas that let me down. Like, I can tell you the last time I've tried a crappy one. This one is wonderful. I love this color so much. So I will link it down below if you guys are interested in checking this out. It is Truth Fairy from Fenty, and they launched some nude shades, so I decided to hop on it and grab one. And of course, I did recently do a thorough kind of look at the Sigma and Beauty and the Beast collection. I also did a second look with this collection that'll be coming up either before or after this video. You guys will probably see. It's a life update, so I did use the eyeshadow palette in that video as well. I do feel like Sigma makes some beautiful blushes and highlighters. I would love to see them expand their color line though, maybe adding some brighter, bolder shades. I do feel like they always have solid quality, and I think this is beautiful. This is definitely my favorite trio from them. They do a lot of duos. This is like one of the first times I've seen them do a trio, and I really think this is my favorite color story I've seen from them in a while. I love the Unearthly blushes and highlighters as well, so those aren't really like new products, but I just wanted to mention. And then for the rest of my face, my bronzer today is the Hourglass bronzer. This is the shade Radiant Bronze Light, one of the most beautiful bronzers in my collection. I know the Sephora sale is around the corner if you're trying to decide on what to pick up. If you always wondered about this bronzer, I would recommend it. It works really well with my skin tone. So if you are my skin tone and you're looking for a Hourglass bronzer that will be suitable with your skin, I really like this one. Also slowly trying to chip away at this Natasha Denona Foundation X, and I use the Natasha Denona concealer as well today. Now as far as the eyeshadow goes, honestly I'm not surprised. This is the same quality that I'm used to with DD Signature. I love this eye look. I feel like the shades look so vibrant. They really pop on my skin tone, so I think that if you are looking for a classic autumn palette, this might be one to consider. I love the price point, really enjoy this brand. They are a small women of color owned indie brand, so always love to showcase and support them. The metallics are stunning. I feel like the swatches speak for themselves. So that's basically it for this testing new makeup video. I hope you enjoyed episode number 41. You guys know I always love chatting to you in the comments, so definitely looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Like I mentioned, this palette was sent to me. I am an affiliate with DD Signature, so you can use the code KHMAKEUP if you want to check them out. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. I will see you in another video very soon. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Talk to you soon.